Hi, my name is Brian, and this is for my history project that I totally did not procrastinate on. If your name is not Mrs. Torres or Miss Marler, please just leave because this will probably be embarrassing. This is, of course, that I did not already hide or delete this video. Did the Civil War and Reconstruction create a more perfect union? The American Civil War was fought in the United States from 1861 to 1865 between the North and the South. The Civil War began primarily as a result of a long-standing controversy between the enslavement of black people, otherwise known as slavery. Slavery is any system in which principles of property law are applied to people, allowing individuals of their own to buy and sell other individuals. The North was called the Union Army, and it wanted the United States to be a country without slavery. The South was called the Confederate States of America that seceded from the United States of America in order to form their own nation and incorporate slavery into everyday life. Reconstruction in U.S. history, the period of 1865 to 1877 that followed the American Civil War, and during which attempts were made to slavery and its political, social, and economic legacy, and to solve the problems arising from readmission to the Union. In the South, a politically mobilized black community joined the white allies to bring the Republican Party to power, and with it a redefinition of responsibilities of government. The Civil War was very important because the current United States was not fully explored at the time. If the two nations expanded at the same explosive rate that the original 13 colonies had been colonized, North America would immediately go from vacant to occupied, which would eventually lead to more conflict as the nations expanded and became more greedy for more space. It would most likely lead to a civil war, well, just a normal war, that would be more bloody than the Civil War because of the increase in population and advancements in technology. Another reason the Civil War occurred was because the two nations had separate economic structures. The climate in the North was cold winters and mild summers and was close to the coastline, which made farming difficult. So the Union or Northern economy was based on manufacturing and less farming. The South is made up of coastal plains and Piedmont areas that were good for farming. The climate was warm, including hot summers and mild winters, and it was great for farming. So landowners built large farms called plantations. The South's economy was mainly based on the production of cotton for export that relied heavily on slave labor. The North did not need slaves for their economy to function, considered the Southerners to be barbaric and inhumane for using slaves. The South was so used to having slaves that it would hurt their economic structure greatly if slavery was abolished. The Missouri Compromise Line was the legislation that provided the admission of Maine to the United States as a free state, along for Missouri as a slave state. The Missouri Compromise of 1820 also established the latitude 3630 line, as shown in the picture, as the northern limit for slavery to be legal in territories of the West. To conclude, the rapidly growing populations, different lifestyles, and promise of freedom on the other side led to the Civil War, which after lots of time led to the great America we know and love. If the Civil War had not occurred, there would have been two very large nations with opposing ideas that could quite possibly have had a war that was bloodier than the Civil War. The Reconstruction was the Union's best efforts in admitting the South back in, but the assassination of Abraham Lincoln greatly prolonged the normalizing of the once two separate nations. In life, some obstacles can be avoided or ignored, but the United States decided to run towards the problem head-on, causing the Civil War and Reconstruction, which led to less conflict and a united Union or United States without slaves.